Dear student, due to coronavirus, school started online classes for your study. So you can subscribe Golden Flower Palia YouTube channel, like and press the bell icon.
So hello students, today I am here with the lecture number 13th of the class 11th biology. In the last 12 videos we have completed the chapter number 1, that is the biological classification, diversity in the living world, and we are now studying the chapter number 2, that is the biological classification. In this chapter we have studied the 5 kingdom classification given by the R.H. Whittaker. Means all kinds of the organisms are placed only in 5 groups, that is the kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Nowadays, from the last video we are discussing the general things, general characteristics of the organism belonging to the kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and kingdom Fungi. Today we will discuss about the general characteristics. After that we have to study the all kingdoms in detail form. So today we will discuss about the general characteristics of the organisms which belongs to the kingdom Plantae. We are having only 5 kingdoms classification: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi. These 3 kingdoms already we have completed. Now we will study the kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. So dear students, before starting the topic, I would like to tell you, watch the videos according to the part wise and have the proper practice, make the proper notes, continuously update yourself, be updated with the given videos on the YouTube channel, that is the Golden Flower Palia. Share this channel with your friends, those who are not aware about the uploading of the videos, so that they also can get the videos which are giving on the YouTube channel. So let's begin. The organism which belongs to the kingdom Plantae, as it is clear by the name, kingdom Plantae means all kinds of the plants are placed, but all kinds of means eukaryotic and multicellular. Eukaryotic and multicellular means all those plants which are present on the land, seashores, water and near the water bodies. So all plants, multicellular green plants, are placed in the kingdom Plantae. First one is they are multicellular eukaryotes, means those plants which belongs to this kingdom Plantae, they are multicellular eukaryotes. Eukaryote means they have well developed cell organelles. Second one is the cells with a large central vacuole. As you will recall your memory, if the class 9th you have studied the plant cell. So in the plant cell, a large vacuole is present in the center of the plant cell. This is the characteristic feature of the plant cell, that they have the very special large vacuole, that is the plant vacuole. It is large in size. And cell wall. This is called the cell wall, which is made up of cellulose. This is the cell wall. It is made up of cellulose and it is the characteristic feature of the plants. They have the outer wall, outer covering, that is made up of the cellulose. Plants are immobile. Plants are immobile, as we have studied in the last kingdom Protista, that the few algae like Chlamydomonas, unicellular algae, they are also called the green plants. So they can have the locomotion from one place to the another place, but the plants are immobile, means they are fixed on one position. Next one is the nutrition autotrophic, means already they are having the photosynthesis process, they are having the chlorophyll. Due to the presence of chlorophyll, they can follow the process of photosynthesis. Now second one, nutrition major producer on land. Major producer on land means they produce the food and oxygen for the life on the earth. So that is why the plants are considered as the major producer on the land. Few are parasitic. As you will recall your memory, in the very first or second video we have taken the example, that is the Cuscuta. Cuscuta is also a plant, but it is the parasitic plant which takes the nutrition from the any other plant. Misloe, Cuscuta, these are the examples of the parasitic plants. few are symbiotic. Symbiotic, for example, legumes. For example, legumes. Legumes means like for example gram plant, pea plant, ठीक है, मटर का पौधा जिसे हम कहते हैं दालों के पौधे, they are considered as the legumes. So legumes plants have the special kind of the bacteria for the nitrogen fixation. So that is why few plants are considered as the symbiotic. Means without the help of the bacteria, they are unable to follow the process of photosynthesis due to not having the proper amount of nitrogen. Few are the insectivorous. Insectivorous plants or carnivorous plants are those plants which trap the insects and digest them for the fulfillment of the nitrogen amount in their body. So because the insectivorous plants grows on that land where the nitrogen deficiency is present, means in the deficiency of the nitrogen these plants grows, and for the fulfillment of the nitrogen they digest the trap and digest the insects. So that is why they are called the insectivorous. Life cycle has two distinct phases like diploid sporophytic and haploid gametophytic. Haploid gametophytic means when the plant starts the life cycle, it starts from the gametes. It starts from the gamete. So the gametic stage of the plants is considered as the gametophyte. And after that the plant will becomes the mature. Then it has the two phases, diploid phase and haploid phase, and due to the presence of the diploid and haploid phase, it is called alternation of generation. It is called the alternation of generation. So dear students, these are the few main characteristics of the organism which belongs to the kingdom Plantae. Now the last topic of this is the kingdom Animalia. Okay, same points you can point, only you can modify the few points. Kingdom Animalia, they are multicellular eukaryotes without chlorophyll. Okay, in the animals the chlorophyll is not present, so that is why they are called the eukaryotes, multicellular without chlorophyll. Cells with a large central vacuole. So vacuoles are absent in animal cells. Vacuoles are absent. If present, then very small size. Okay, in animal cell the vacuoles are absent. If vacuoles are present, then they are very small in size. Animals are mobile. Mobile means follow the process of locomotion. Animals can move from one place to the another place with the help of the locomotory organ, except few ones, except sponges. Sponges are the animals which fixed on a place. Okay, so that is why they are called the immobile. Except sponges, animals are the mobile. Nutrition is not autotrophic. In animals, nutrition is holozoic. In animals, the nutrition is holozoic, means they have to depend as a complex food. Like all human beings, cat, dog, elephant, etc. All the animals have the holozoic type of nutrition except the euglena, because euglena have the both processes, photosynthetic and holozoic, both type of the nutrition, that may be saprophytic nutrition. Major producer, so animals are called consumers. Animals are consumers and producer of CO2. They produce the carbon dioxide. Okay. Few are parasitic. Few are parasitic. So, few are parasitic, for example, tapeworm. As you have studied in the class 9th, tapeworm. Tapeworm means flatworms, Taenia solium. These are the examples which lives in the body of other living organism. Life cycle has two distinct phases, diploid. So diploid and haploid phase also occurs in the human beings and the animals, but there is no need of this point in this the animals kingdom Animalia. You can write also that reproduction is sexual. Reproduction is sexual. Sexual reproduction takes place in the animals. Next, the animals belongs to the organism belongs to the kingdom Animalia called metazoa. Called metazoa. Cell wall is absent. Cell wall is absent. Cell wall is absent. Okay. Cell wall is not present in the animals' cells. So what are these? These are the few characteristics of the living organisms which belongs to the kingdom Animalia. So dear students, we have completed from the last video till today the kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Animalia. 5 kingdoms we have completed. These were a brief description of the organism which belongs to these 5 kingdoms. In next coming videos we have to discuss the all kingdoms in detail form. So dear students, till that have the more practice, keep working, make the proper notes. All the best. God bless you.
Do self-study at home and stay home, save lives. Thank you very much.